Man, it's been a great time. We've had fucking hella fun over here. Cool, genuine dude. Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you. Instagram, tour dates, anything like that you want to plug.
All right, man. Yeah, thank you guys for having me. First of all,
Thank you for coming.
Shout out to the Lit Outlet for having me. It's your boy Ken Flores. Follow me on Instagram at KenFlores300 to keep up with my tour dates. Check out my page for funny jokes. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Is that your weight?
I wish, actually.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Moses, a.k.a. No More Children, right here in the Let Out the Podcast. My very special co-host, Mr.
Def Jeff.
And we got an even more special guest in the building,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Ken Flores.
What up, man? Appreciate y'all for having me. Shout out to the Lit Outlet.
That's right. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the Southgate for the first time.
Yeah.
Probably the last time you're ever going to be here. There's no
I
other reason
hope
to come.
so. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out this bitch. It look a little sketchy, goddamn. I was parking right now outside the crib. I was parking right now, and this bitch. I mean, no disrespect if y'all know her, but this lady pulled up all reckless. She just me mugging me, and you would think she would ignore us because three big ass motherfuckers. She ain't let up. She's like, get the fuck out of my space, bro.
It's just
we had to scoot up.
I don't know if you consider yourself a lucky person, but you just had the worst luck of meeting like the most gangster ass person in my block. And then out here, bro, you gotta be a fucking parking pirate. So the streets are small, and then everyone's kids still live at home. So there's like 6 cars per house.
Streets ain't big enough for this shit.
You know how where you guys parked at? There's 2 parking spots. People park in the middle on purpose for when their kids get home, they can move in and park right there.
Hell no.
Well, I was just telling him when I first pulled up here, I almost saw a fucking squabble like at this little fucking intersection. I was sitting there chilling, waiting for him to come out because he's taking a shit like a fucking fat fuck, and then fucking like some car. I don't know. Some people exchanged some words. I thought like someone was gonna get out the car, and then some dude pulled off, and the guy said, "Oh fuck that," and peeled off after him. It's like, damn, y'all couldn't fight right here.
Right.
It's like, damn, I wanted to see that shit.
They're taking that shit on the road.
See
bro.
that shit on the
Fuck
news.
that. Nah, in Chicago, like in the inner city, the parking is crazy. That it's the same way, bro. Like people in the winter, like when people plow, because it snows a lot, so sometimes people have to go outside and plow their own parking spot. After they plow their parking spot in the street, they'll only do a little space and then they'll put a chair, bro. So nobody takes their. Like I plowed that shit. That's my spot, you know.
What a dick.
Yeah.
But also, who's like moved the chair?
I think it's just Chicago culture. They respect that shit.
You're like, all right, cool.
Bitch,
he got the
that's
chair
your
there.
shit. That's
Like
your
I'll steal
shit.
your parking in front of your face, but I won't move your chair.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna park there, but he got the chair.
Yeah,
all right, then.
chances are if you move the chair, you're gonna come back. Your car's gonna be sitting on bricks.
Yeah,
or like
someone's gonna
broken windows.
fuck
or some
that shit up on purpose.
Yeah.
So you're born and raised in Chicago.
Born and raised in Chicago. Yeah. Yes, I do. But I do want to say this. I live in Aurora right now, and I take pride in being. It's like a small town outside of Chicago, about 45-minute drive. And that's where I'm from. But I did grow up in Chicago. Yes, inner city, north side, Humboldt Park.
Is that a real thing, or you're just claiming like you're humble?
No, Humboldt Park.
Oh, like
I'm not humble at all. I'm cocky as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Fuck all that shit.
There's nothing more gangster than a fucking cocky fat guy, because I'm one of them, dog. Let me tell you right now, dog. Where are your parents from?
My parents are from Iguala Guerrero, Mexico.
Okay.
And they moved out here. Like when they were like 17 and shit. So I've been here more than over there. You feel me? But they're from Iguala Guerrero, bro, and they've been in Chicago their whole life too. We moved to Aurora. They moved me out of Aurora because I was starting. My neighborhood is mostly Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
And I don't think you guys have any out here, but like out there in the neighborhood.
Not really.
There.
They got like Latin Kings are like the big gang out here.
Yeah.
You guys got like Sureños and all kinds of other stuff. But so I started hanging out with the wrong crowd young. You feel me? Like you grow up fast. You being outside all day and shit. So they moved me out to Aurora, and Aurora, you know. At the end of the day, you know, you can say whatever. It's still like Latino culture. There is gangs and everything, but your chances of you getting caught with a straight bullet are a lot less likely. You feel me? In Chicago, there's always some crazy ass shit going on, you know. And we lived in Aurora. We live in Aurora right now, but it's still, you know, it's still crazy as fuck. There's some years that Aurora had more murders than Chicago, you know. So it's like
That's wild.
It's always crazy, like being like, you know, like from Long Beach, being from Southern California, like either like Southern California or New York. You forget there's like Mexicans or just Latins in other places. Like I never would think there's a big like Mexican culture in Chicago.
Well, you know what the crazy thing is to me is that I never really like traveled and experienced too much shit. Like before I started doing comedy, I used to only come back and forth from LA because I got family in LA. So all I knew was like Chicago and like the Valley, LA. So to me, like the majority of Mexicans, the majority of immigrants or whatever were Mexican. The majority of Latinos were Mexican, you know. So I would be in Chicago when I started doing shows. I'd be like, "Well, my Mexicans," and everybody go crazy, you know, all Mexicans. And then I recently started going on the road, and it's a culture shock for me.
Yeah.
Because like I went to DC and we did 10 sold out shows, bro, and it was all Latinos, mostly. And every show I was like, where my Mexicans at, man? And nobody will make a sound, bro. And I'll be looking at them, like, what the fuck going on? And they're like, oh, well, we're like Salvi or we're Honduran. And I realized that in different cities, Mexicans are not the majority. You know, people come to Chicago or come to LA, they're like, oh, it's hella Mexicans right here, you know? But I feel like that's one thing that Chicago, LA, and like Texas area have in common, that it's hella Mexican.
But like he said, it's not Humboldt County, because I like that little light flex. We did 10 sold out shows. Just real quick, like, yeah, we just did 10 sold out shows. You know,
just
some
like,
Puerto Ricans and Hondurans.
Fuck that humble shit, dog. Honestly, I hate that humble shit. Fuck that shit. Straight flex and all of them. And then on top of that, you gotta represent for the big fellas. You know what I'm saying?
Fat motherfuckers.
We get shit too. You know, we get shit out there.
I always represent for. That's one of the things I always talk about. I'm like, it's just me and Rod Wave putting on for the fat motherfuckers. I love seeing fat motherfuckers win, bro.
Yeah. You make them laugh and then he makes them cry.
Bro, both, bro.
Hey, Rod Wave goes hard though.
I love Rod Wave, by the way.
Yeah,
I was a big fan of Kevin Gates. I am a big fan of Kevin Gates,
but then he lost weight, and I was like, nah, you're not.
Kevin Gates did turn weird,
you
but
like drinking pee too?
I like drinking pee and shit.
You like drinking pee? P Diddy.
I got that thing where he's like, I be getting disgusted easily. That shit just fucking.
It's called the gag reflex.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up,
just
bro.
Yaks in the first 5 minutes.
We'll go
Well, thank you for watching another podcast. Speaking of music, like, what kind of music you fucking with right now?
Shit, low key, bro. Rod Wave is actually one of my favorite artists for real. Like, not just because he's fat. Like, I fuck with that fool. And then. Favorite artist right now that I've been really fucking with, man. I've been trying to tap into like local shit, because I used to be like, man, fuck local rappers, fuck local music. And then once I started being an artist myself, as far as like doing comedy, you realize that some of the best ones are the ones that are undiscovered, you know. So I started trying to tap in like on Friday or Saturday night. We had that. They're from LA. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Coyote. They're
Cody for Hire.
Rap group. Yeah, they came through the show. We locked in and shit. So I started listening to their shit, and they got some fucking bangers, bro. Yeah. I fuck with them, but I fuck with I really was fucking with the East, like the West Coast culture. Like we were back in Chicago, we were one of the first ones listening to like Shoreline Mafia, like Drake was the Ruler, like all that stuff. Like we were listening to, you know, obviously all that shit kind of like. Unfortunately, all that shit went left, so it's kind of
everything comes and goes. But that was a big wave for us.
That was a fat wave, bro. And I mean, even like Detroit shit, like we fuck with Detroit shit right now. They're popping, but I mean, I really like hard shit, bro. Like Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, like all the Memphis motherfuckers I fuck with. I really like ignorant shit. You feel me? Like, I don't really listen to like smart rap, you know, like J. Cole and even Kendrick Lamar. I don't listen to that shit either. Like. I be like, it's too many words. Like he's saying too much words.
This too many words. He gets mad at me, dog, because I don't consider Kendrick like a top 5 to me, dog.
I get mad at him.
Either we're listening to Drake and trying to get some pussy, or I gotta shoot something up and sell some drugs. You know, I like that in my music. You feel me?
I get what you're saying as far as like talent wise, like the way that he could put out an album and like you play it backwards and it tells a different story. Like shit like that is genius. You feel me? But I'm not gonna play that.
But every now, yeah, I like that. I like that shit too. Every now and then, I'm like, I want to listen to some dumb shit. I'm never gonna shoot and rob nobody, but I act like I do.
Right. And I'd rather before I play some like Kendrick or Cole, I'll probably put on like some Adele, bro.
Hey,
shit if I ever get too geeked out, I need to like calm down. Like man,
were you
hello?
Were you mad at her when she lost weight?
Bro, hell yeah, bro. I want to take Adele back, bro.
Fat culture, we need that shit.
Ever since Adele lost weight, shit been going downhill.
Right, she's never been the same. He's right.
Economy fucked up. Prices, gas prices going up. Egg prices going up. Adele need to fucking get
eat some bread, Adele.
Adele, we need you to get fat.
Our economy relies on the waistline of Adele, bro.
As fat motherfuckers, we can't get skinny like that. Her head's still fat as shit.
What about Lizzo?
Fuck Lizzo, bro. I'm just kidding. Lizzo, I mean, nah.
Look, dog, I get a lot of shit for this.
He can't break the relationships.
I get a lot of shit for this, but as a big fella, I don't like big girls. I want my girl to be small. I want us to walk around there like a 10.
Nah, he gay.
You know, like I like a little skinny girl. You know, but you maybe not.
Nah, I like fat bitches.
You like fat bitches?
Yeah, I like fat bitches.
What you like about them?
They're fat.
The fat. Yeah. Nah, like, I just like we could be ourselves. Dude, one time, bro, look, this is a real true story, bro. One time I linked up with this bitch on Cheese Spot, bro. You know, you ever seen that app? And she just came through the crib. I was like, man, pull up to the crib. She pulls up, big ass torta, bro, like huge.
Catfish you though?
I mean, I guess we got each other. You feel me? But and whatever. You know, at that point, it's like, bitch, you here? You feel me? Like, my roommate was in his room. I was like, bro, don't come out the room, brother. Like, you don't want to see this. And like, we go in the room. We start getting it in, bro. Bro, halfway through fucking this bitch, like, oh, hold on, I want a snack. I swear to God,
in the middle of doing the dirty.
Yeah, you think I'm bullshit, bro? This bitch pulled out a honey bun from her purse. Started.
Oh, it'd been better if she pulled out her pussy.
It was already out.
Oh, I got this safe for
la
later.
mazapan de la rosa and shit. You know, something different.
Bro.
Trying to get him to throw up at least one point.
Nah, bro. I was just thinking about because it was disgusting. Because I was like, bro, you're eating a honey bun. Like, we're both naked right here. What the fuck are you? Ate the honey bun and then tried to like.
You should have had her eat it off your dick or something.
Bro, come on, that's even worse.
That's
like,
weird.
Bro, it was just weird. Like, why are you pulling out? Like, we're already fat. We can't be doing fat shit. You feel me? Like as a fat motherfucker, like I can't have no food places, no food apps on my phone. I can't have McDonald's app. I can't because I'm a fat motherfucker already. I don't want nobody to get my phone and be like, this is why you fat. This motherfucker Domino's app.
It's low key like a real drug to us. Like the having like sometimes I'm like I'm on my skinny shit. I got a fridge full of. Hold on, let me finish, dog. I got a fridge full of meal preps, right? And I'm like, damn. I'm hungry. You know what will go good right now? Let me get 2 large pizzas from Pizza Hut real quick. You know, like, and then I'm so lazy I can save money even though Pizza Hut's not that far. I'm a Postmates that shit, dog. I'm paid double.
Yeah, me too. Like,
That's a problem for me.
I don't drive, so I always I Uber Eats shit, bro. Be like $60 for some shit.
That shit's dangerous.
Should have been like $18,
bro, for real. Then I be having like $15 left in my account at the end of the week. Like, damn, I shouldn't have bought that.
I shouldn't have bought all that shit.
But during the moment, you're like, I gotta do this.
It was fire. You feel me? Like nothing better than opening up a fresh fucking pizza. Like,
shouldn't have paid $30 for his fucking Taco Bell.
Bro, it's the worst, bro. The worst.
Crunch Wrap Supremes.
Do you feel like you get the same amount of love in Chicago during your shows that you do in LA? Because I went to your show on Saturday, which was a great fucking show, dog. You killed that shit. Packed crowd, everything was fucking amazing. Do you feel the love? Like, can you tell the difference between how many more Latinos or Mexicans are in LA than Chicago, or is about the same?
I wouldn't say it's the same just because population here is way bigger, but there is a huge population though. Like if you're going anywhere in Chicago, you're most likely gonna find a few Mexicans in there, no matter what. You feel me? Right. But we're very segregated as well. Chicago's very segregated. Like here, you can find Mexicans everywhere. In Chicago, they're all in a certain neighborhood. Same thing with the black people. Black people are all in a certain neighborhood. When you hear all about Southside Chicago, it's just in that little area where all that it's like a war down there.
Is that a big area, Southside Chicago?
It is, yeah, it is. Like, but we don't go down there. Like you go down there, you see it's all black people, and I mean it's not like you go down there to get some of the best chicken. You go down there to get some good food, good clothing. But man, it's all segregated, and they will look at you weird too if you're a white motherfucker, like or Mexican. Like, what the fuck is this fool doing here? You know? Right. But as far as the love goes, bro, it's crazy because people don't even know I'm from Chicago when I like. It's because it happens so fast. Like in Aurora, people know that I've been a comedian. You know, I'm about to be on my 5th year. So in Aurora, I did a theater last year. So my city, like that's why I claim my city. They love me. And a lot of people, they're like, you know, they'll be from a suburb, from outside, and they'll be like, oh, I'm not gonna claim that. Like,
too scared.
I'm gonna just claim the Chicago. You know, nah, bro. I take pride in being from Aurora, and they've always took care of me. From the first time I had a show. I mean, the venue wasn't as big, but from the first time I ever had a show, it was packed. And there basically hasn't been the show that hasn't been ever since I started type shit, you know? Even when I sucked, because I did suck. I'm not going to say I just was good right away. Yeah. And, you know, Aurora, every time I do a show, they come out. Chicago right now, they starting to come out because people are realizing I'm from there. I get messages every day because people think I'm from LA because I do kind of have a little bit of a mixed lingo. I do kind of talk a little bit like LA.
And then you wear pro clubs.
All the black tees, you feel me? And like I talk like that because I was again hanging out with my cousins and shit, and I used to say the N-word a lot all the time. And like sometimes like in certain rooms with comedians, like they're like, oh, he says the N-word. Even though it's just white people, they'll be talking shit like you might get in trouble over not even some black dude probably won't even say shit, but it'll be the white Karen, you feel me? They'll be like, oh wow, you're saying that, like you know what I'm saying? So just to avoid arguments, like I just try to replace it with like food, homie, whatever, you know. And even though I never say it in a bad blood, you know, but anyway, like. As far as like coming up in Chicago, like I'm still like, I mean, doing shows in Chicago is like doing shows in LA. But now people are starting to get a whole, like, are realizing that I'm from there. So every show that I'm on, people come out and they see me. Like, if it's my show, somebody else's show that I'm gonna be on, whatever, they're like, oh yeah, man, I'm a big fan. Like, more people come to see me than the other motherfucker. And
I'm about to say, dog, I was there to see you on Saturday.
Nah, man, it was a good show, man. We both, you know, killed it. And but I'm saying like now is like. like now, like this Friday, I had like my residency at the Laugh Factory with my friend. We do a show every once a month. It's like a Latino Laugh Factory show, and they have my name on the website, but I wasn't there because I was here. And I had hella people message me like, "Oh, we bought tickets to see you, and you weren't there." But I was like, "Bro, you gotta check my page. Like, tap in with me. Don't just buy tickets. Like, if you see that shit not on my page, you know." So I kind of gotta remove my name from a few different things. But yeah, man, it's crazy. The love is everywhere right now. You know, like LA is one of my biggest counties as far as followers, and Texas is my biggest one. So I can't wait to go to Houston.
Yeah, you know Texas, they should have do out there, dog. Us too. We have a big following in Texas, but it's because they should have do out there. They're on their phone all day. But did you catch that live flex? Like my residency at the Laugh Factory, bro. That's like having a residency in fucking Vegas and shit. Like that's big time right there.
Doing it.
That's dope.
So, what made you like want to hit your first open mic and genuinely like, cause you just seem like a fucking fun ass dude, like real nice and chilling shit.
I try to be as genuine as possible,
nah, you
bro.
seem fucking cool as hell.
As far as like, I've been a fan of comedy. When I was like 16, 15, I started doing YouTube. I was doing stupid YouTube videos like Mexican moms be like, you know, shit like that. You feel me? Shit like that.
Impersonations,
skits and shit.
Yeah, so a little bit of skits, but mostly it was just me turning on like the videos that went viral. It was just me turning on the camera. I'll be talking, man, you know what the fuck I hate? I hate fat bitches. You know, just dumb shit. You know, and like I had a few of those go viral. One of them even was like on World Star Hip Hop for a bit. So like I had kind of got a taste of like that, like kind of like I guess cloud following, whatever. You know, had the taste of people hitting you up from different parts of the country, and I was like,
that's
man,
a drug in itself.
Yeah, it is, you know. And then I kind of stopped because I started drinking. I started doing other shit, you know. I started working, you know. Kind of got stuck in, I hate saying this word, but like the whole Matrix thing, I guess, you know, the whole inside the loop of everything, you know. And I was just finding myself waiting to get paid, fucking it up all weekend, getting fucked up and doing the same shit every week. And I was like, man, I need something to look forward to. I want to do something else with my life. I feel like I'm too much of a people's person, you know. I love interacting with motherfuckers, creating shit, to not be doing shit, you know. And I try to kind of get back into YouTube shit for a little bit, but I just felt like it wasn't me no more. Like I wanted to be genuine. I don't want to pretend. Like I don't want to be one of those creators that turns on the camera, has to clock in basically, you know. I want to be like, I can sit here, I'm talking to you the same way I was talking to you when I walked in, you feel me? Like it's genuine, and I don't never have to, I guess, go to work, you know. And but then, you know, I just felt like that wasn't the route, so I started watching a whole bunch of comedy. I was always a big fan like of Cat Williams, you know, Felipe Esparza, shit like Chingo Bling. I fuck with him, and then I started watching, you know, the good comedy on Netflix, and then I was like, you know what, let me watch people that I don't know, see how funny they are. And I was like, they're on Netflix, they gotta be funny. And I started playing a whole bunch of specials, and they all kind of sucked. So I was like, man, I feel like I'm better than that. You know, it's that ego also, you know, as a comedian, talking to you, like, you're better than them. So then I met this comedy club owner, and he convinced me to go to the open mic. So I went to like one or two just to see. And it was like 40 people on that list, and they all sucked, you know, man. Like maybe out of 43 of them were good, which is open mic. I mean, you've been to open mic, you know what it is, you know? Exactly. So I was like, man, fuck, I could do that shit. And yeah, I wrote my first few materials. I went on stage, tried it out, and it went, I'm not gonna say I murdered from front to back, but it went really good for a first time open mic. And I feel like that's just because it was like in me, you know? Yeah. So from there, once I got that taste of like talking into a microphone and like having people laugh, I was like, oh shit, this feels better than any drug I've ever tried, you know? So I just didn't stop, bro, and you know, that's how I got into it.
That's what's up.
I think the ego thing too, like me too. When I did the podcast, I'm a big fan of No Jumper, right? So then I saw No Jumper, Adam. He's from Boston, came over here. He's not even from right here. He's getting all these interviews with the LA underground artists. I'm like, man, I could do that. I'm really from LA. I really want to do that shit. Like, let's get it. But like, a lot of people stop right there. Like, I could do it, but don't push forward on the next shit, and they're embarrassed. Now, what I'm not afraid of someone telling me I suck, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm bald, whatever it is, right? Because when I grew up, especially in a Mexican household, you get clowned and burned at all times. It's just a roast session at all times. Yeah. In your household, how's your family reacting to your new like stardom, your fame?
You know
Are your
what?
parents supporting you?
I mean, when what they can, you know. I don't live with them, so it's
not financially, but just like, hey, go get it, mijo.
No. I'm saying like, yeah, they're, you know, I don't, man. It's not like they're more like, they're happy for me now, but it was like a bumpy road, you know. But I would never say that they didn't help me out, because even like my dad, like, cause I don't drive. Like I have my license young. I was fucking got in debt. I bought myself a Jeep SRTA and just fucking was getting tickets up the ass. Ended up getting repossessed. Like it was bad, bro. I fucked up my life real young. And I made a lot of wrong decisions, so I learned from my mistakes, you know. And my OGs, you know, they were mad, whatever. But like they still stuck by my side, you know. And when I started doing open mics, again, my parents were used to just me being fucked up every weekend at the crib. So now they're like, oh, he's doing something. Fuck it, let's help him out. Like my pops, when he could, you know, he'll get off work and he'll be like, fuck it, I'll give you a ride, or here, take the car, you know, whatever. And I was like, well, that support alone helped me out. And I mean, we went to Gary, Indiana. That's where like Michael Jackson's from, or Freddie Gibbs is from, and it's like a rundown ass town. I remember just being there with my dad, and it was like all black people in that town, but there were like 3 or 4 black people in the audience, and just like 2 comics. And I was like, bro, this shit, my dad's gonna do this. Is wasting his fucking Friday night doing. It was like sad, you know, in a way.
Yeah.
But I was like, whatever, you know, like I never lost hope, and you know what I'm saying. Now, then a few moments after that, like shit started kind of to go well back home. People started noticing me, and people. My dad's favorite thing was when people would stop me for pictures. That's before I even like started coming up, like when barely starting to come up and shit. People would ask me for pictures and shit at the store, and my dad would like purposely want to stop by. Like he'll be like, "Let's go to Walmart, let's walk around," because like even the employees would have take pictures. Best Buy, you know, my dad just seeing the smile of. I think he would be more happy with it than me, you know, like he liked that shit. So I was like, well, at least he knows that there's something coming, you know, like you know, and I wasn't making no money. I wasn't like, so they didn't really see the difference, and my mom never really saw the difference. But now, like right now, like yesterday, I was funny. I posted on Snap. I didn't want to post it publicly because I don't want to be an asshole or whatever. But I got my first like big bag off those shows from LA. So I sent my dad a text message of me doing like one of those Kodak money spreads and shit.
Hell yeah!
And he was just happy because he's like, damn, like it's fucking happening, you know, like I mean, I was like, you know, my dad makes good money and he's a factory worker. He's working there like 25 years. But for him to make what I made in the weekend, you know, it takes about 3-4 weeks. You feel me? So it was like one night. I was just like, man, like I wasn't wasting my time, you know, like I feel like for a long time, you know, especially sometimes I don't know if you talk about drugs on this podcast, but there's times where you're just like drugged out, you know, you're coming down from a high, you're broke as fuck, and you're like, dude, my parents like sacrificed everything to come here, and I'm a fucking piece of shit, you know, and it's like, damn, like my name is in lights, like. Again, I try to be as humble as possible, but it's just like, fuck, like, I can't believe it.
Also flex a little bit.
I can't even believe it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what the fuck? And I mean, these guys right here behind the camera, who's my team, both of them there's times, mad 2 weeks ago that I had to borrow, like, some money from them, you know? I'm like, bro, let me hold that shit for, like, 2 days. Like, I got you, you know? And shit, I mean, yesterday I felt like when I got that bag of cash and we jumped in the car, it was like a win for all of us, you know? Like, damn, like look, you know what I'm saying? Like everything we've fucking been working for years, like it's about to start happening. You feel me? Like all those one days, and I think that's where the change comes from. Like you said, people who have ideas but don't push through with it. I hate people who like, I could do this, I should do this. Fuck all that. Like, you do it because we get one life and it's short. And yeah, man, I'm fucking glad that. I'm closer this way than I was that way. You know, I guess how the saying goes, like. Más para allá que para acá or whatever, you know.
And that's why it's like I feel like the power of like you, because you're a charismatic dude, like charismatic as fuck, and it's like you put in all that work, all that time, all those open mics, all that shit. Where you said like your dad saw you bombing, it's like what the fuck? It's like this is part of the process. So now that you're on the up and you're up and coming and shit, you're like, nah, I did this shit. So like you're like, yeah, I love this shit. I earned this shit. Like
yeah, hell yeah. And there's like comedians that'll be like oh, you can't. Like, if you're being successful, like, they don't like you to post your accomplishments or whatever because they're like, you're going to make other people feel bad. I don't give a fuck. Nobody felt bad when I was broke as fuck. Nobody felt bad when I was going through it. So I work for this shit, you know? Like, I'm not going to post money on, like, Instagram or whatever because obviously I got followers. Yeah. They already DM me GoFundMe links and shit. So, but, like, just, like.
Thoughts and prayers.
Just, like, yeah, thoughts and prayers, brother.
That's as far as I'm going, dog.
Yeah. But it's like, damn, like, here, like here we go, you feel me? Like here we go, and just meeting people, like industry people, like people I used to look up to. I mean, like I was supposed to link up not only with you, but I was supposed to have like some lunch with Jimmy Humilde and shit.
Oh, shit.
I was supposed to, Felipe Esparza hit me up. I mean, I fucking met, it was just all kinds of shit.
We're on the same list with Jimmy Humilde and Felipe Esparza. And where is he at right now? Damn, I feel blessed right now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like shit. Like I don't know about you, but you ever like DM famous people, and then like years later they hit you up, but you realize you DM them some dumbass shit. Like fuck, I go delete.
I look like a stupid ass horny ass stan. Like oh my god.
Yeah,
there's all the time, dog. Especially like I want a late night, like just at home. Like I'm gonna DM everybody right now. Like, shoot my shot. Hey, coming up in the Mexican culture and shit like that, like let's be honest, dog. Mexican people, we're hardworking, we're humble, but when it comes down to it, it's time to party and trying to get out there. Like, we're not shy, dog. We have quinceañeras, like we have fucking big ass weddings and shit like that. Do you feel like? I'm gonna be honest, dog, I don't know where I was going with that question, dog.
All right, there we go.
Let me just abandon that. I'm gonna abandon that one, dog.
Take 2.
Do you guys have good food in Chicago? Good Mexican food?
The best Mexican food in Chicago.
Ooh, that's a
best
bold,
Mexican
that's a wild
statement
claim.
right
I'll
there.
stand by that shit.
Well, you're wrong in that statement.
I doubt it.
And I've never been to Chicago.
I think you're
Nah.
wrong, but I've never been to Chicago, so can't say it. But
They're
like,
the
what?
best Mexican
Give me
food,
some of the
bro.
best spots to eat, and what is it in Chicago?
It's like 7 states away from fucking Mexico.
It's fire, bro. Like you talking about Mexican
that's
food.
okay.
Mexican food in general. There's so many. Like we don't have as many options like you guys, because you guys have a lot of options. But I've tried a lot of options, and they all fucking mid. You know what I mean? That's why you'd be like, this is why you're still in a truck. You're not in a fucking building.
He said LA Mexican food is mid.
You've had Teddy's Red Tacos?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But every time somebody sends me somewhere, there's always something wrong. Like when my homie Manito Loloche sent me to the spa, it was around here actually, and it was popping. Like they had hella people, and we went. Everything looked good, but the fucking meat wasn't seasoned. So it's like there's no fucking seasoning, you know. And some places you go, and the thing is, in Chicago we have a tortilla brand called El Milagro, and that tortilla brand is yellow corn tortillas.
Okay.
And in LA, you guys
it's
use
white
the white
corn.
shit, and I can't get used to that shit, bro. I can't get used to it. Like the tortilla takes too much flavor away from the taco and the meat and everything else.
What's your go-to taco order at a taco spot?
Shit, cuatro asada. And if they have like campechana or like discada, I'll get some of that. If not, I'll get a pastor and like a chori queso. Banger.
What's your agua?
And a quesadilla on the side.
What's your agua of choice?
Horchata light ice.
Horchata light ice?
Yeah, but horchata, it's a hard thing to make, bro, because not everybody can make it. You feel me? Like that should be tasting like powdered water and shit. Like I want my shit to be thick, boy.
Out here, bro, have you been with those wild claims? And I'm sorry for our LA audience for his wild claims, but let me try to resurrect
Brother,
this.
you go.
Are you hitting up a lot of street vendors on the street, or are you going to restaurants?
Both, bro. You know my favorite place out here, and I honestly can't feel like I felt anybody top it yet.
Taco Bell.
Hell no. Come on, he half German, by the way. That's what.
Yeah, that's my white side coming out. A chalupa did? Fucking fire, dude.
The salsa and beer in North Hollywood.
Salsa and beer. Okay, but you're also eating food in North Hollywood. You're generalizing LA, but you're in North Hollywood?
I went to Central Grand Market.
That's not a real thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
You want to go eat fucking eggs Benedict, whatever the fuck that shit's called, on
Where
toast?
you want me to go, bro? I had carnitas.
You gotta go to South Central,
guys.
East
Go in his
LA,
house right now.
Southgate. Go ask my mom to make you something real quick.
Bro, it's a scavenger hunt here. Every time you go somewhere, like, you gotta go there, bro. I feel like you never get to the place, bro.
Look, dog, I feel like
keep going to different places.
like you're always on side quests. If I'm at a taco spot and my life is not in danger, the food's just not gonna taste good, dog. You feel
Bro,
me?
yeah, in Chicago, yeah, it's the same
I
thing.
want to hear some bullet shots. I want to see an accident right in
Yeah.
the corner, you know.
I want to get checked before I eat.
I want to see some insurance fraud right in front of my eyes. You feel me? I want to hear the sirens from the migra coming, and then all the
all
workers
that.
just run away. You know?
All that shit.
Can't enjoy the food the whole time. You have to like look over your shoulder while you're eating.
Yeah,
And
I
shit
want to
every
see
bite.
cockroaches in that motherfucker, man.
I want. Look, dog. Back in the day, we used to go to this park. My dad plays baseball, right? We used to go to this old ass park when nobody was there, and they play baseball. And then one of the players' wife used to sell ceviche, right? So everyone like, oh my god, ceviche is so good. She was selling out every weekend. And then one day, one of the players went for some reason to the house, and they were preparing the ceviche. And then he came back and reported to everybody like, do you guys want to know why? Oh my god, never eat her ceviche again. Mention ceviche. He goes, why? Because her 3-year-old kid just came in with dirty ass hands, and he was playing with the ceviche the whole time. But I'm all like, this is why it tastes good, dog.
Flavor, bro.
You can't get no
Right
flavor
there.
without some dirty ass hands in that
A little bit
bitch.
of moco in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna go get some good food today. We'll see what the fuck. We go.
I'll send you right here real close. Teddy's Red Tacos
I'm
and
gonna go to
shit.
Nobu, nigga.
All right.
Nah,
Got that check. He's like,
fuck
hell
it.
yeah.
Hell nah. I'll never eat that. That shit look weak as fuck.
Yeah. I hate it when I go to a fancy restaurant, dog. I took my girl one time to a fancy restaurant in Beverly Hills, and they brought me these small ass little fucking.
Nah.
I paid $27 for this plate, and it was like half a cup of noodles, dog. And I was mad. I went straight to downtown LA, got me a bacon wrap hot dog and some fucking churros right after, dog, because I was pissed.
You get a plate of air. And they're like, just imagine the flavor.
Just think about it. Imagine the flavor.
Imagine the flavor. It's delicious.
It could be what you want it to be.
Yeah, whatever you want it to be. I taste cinnamon. You're not wrong.
Oh, hell
There's
no.
cinnamon in there.
Hell no.
Nah, hell no, dog. Who has more Karens, LA or Chicago?
LA, I feel like I feel like you guys got Hollywood Karens though. You guys got like rich, like different type of rich Karens.
The
you feel
final
me?
boss Karens.
Yeah.
Final boss.
Chicago, there's a lot of Karens, but because they be poor white bitches, you know, like bitch, like them. Yeah, that's why there's always a lot of violence out there because it's like it might be a Karen, like bro, people are not gonna take that shit. People in Chicago don't give a fuck, and I hear too. I've met a lot of reckless motherfuckers out here, so I like it. I love that shit. You feel me? I love that you're not gonna take shit from nobody. But Chicago's very tough. Like people don't take shit from. No, it just gets dangerous because now everybody has guns. Yeah, man. I think that's what I love about LA is that people will, you know, if they get into a disagreement, they'll fight each other, they'll duke it out, but there's still a lot of respect. And I feel like because you guys are still influenced by like old school gang culture. There's still, even though things have changed a lot from like back in the day, there's still that influence there. You know, a little bit. There's still a little bit of respect. Chicago's more like a war, and I'm not saying I live in the middle of that because I don't, but I'm saying it's sad to see like people get into a disagreement over the dumbest shit, which could be a parking spot at one point, and they'll just pull out a gun and you'll just see somebody on the news like lady kills other lady or man kills man for just taking a spot or dumb shit, you know.
Dumbest shit.
And you always see like, damn, this just threw his whole life away because they were raised to like, fuck that, like I gotta, like they were raised to not take no shit, and then you put a gun on top of that. You just change your life.
Too much pride in
That's
shit.
true, dog. I got a couple homies that just did 10 years, 11 years over a fight outside a laundromat. Over some stupid shit, you know, like, and they just
Don't take my shit out the dryer, bro. It wasn't
just
done.
got out over anything. You do 10 years, 15 years, lose your life. And then the one of the fools, one of the big homies that was in there, he still got to do another 6 or 7 because he has a prior record from before that. And then it escalates over some crazy shit. But it just comes down to like respect, you know, mutual respect. And a lot of people, you know, some fools deserve to get slapped, but it could always lead into something else.
Yeah, that's the one thing with me especially now that I'm like going out and traveling and spending nights out. I want to. That's why I'd be scared to drink too much because then I'll start getting like disrespectful, and not even like disrespectful in a way where I'm just being out of pocket,
joking way.
But I'll just be like, yeah, or sometimes I'll go too far, and it was just like, damn, I don't want to be looked up as that or end up in a situation, especially now where like I don't want to let that shit all go to waste over some stupid shit. You feel me? So yeah, I guess you gotta learn to grow up a little bit too.
Speaking about like being drinking a little bit, maybe on late night being out. You ever been like up late on Instagram and then send maybe a couple inappropriate horny texts out there to a couple Instagram models, OnlyFans models, or people that
speaking from experience?
Yeah, that's one of my biggest fucking like regrets and shit. You wake up in the morning like, damn it.
It's very rare, bro, because usually, I ain't gonna lie, bro, usually when we're out partying with comedians and be having some coke, we be getting lit. So most of the time I be more geeked than drunk, so I usually like can think it through, you know, or I'll overthink it and then just not do it. But when I'm just drinking, like no drugs involved, I mean, it happened like 2 weeks ago. I was fucked up and like responding to, because sometimes like with the DMs, like I won't even open them, and then I'll go through them and like, all right, pick out all the hoes, you know, pick out the hoes from there, and then like I was sending bitches voice messages. I mean, I've been embarrassed, but like there's like a few specific ones that like now they talk to me. Now they be hitting me up because I was on some drunk shit. Hit them up like, yo, what's good with you? Like you fine as hell, woo woo. And now they be hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, maybe it's not a bad idea.
There be other times too when the little drugs are involved. You're like, I am horny, but this shit's not gonna work. Like my shit not even going. That shit inside me now.
Especially that shit.
That shit's hiding.
You're just slanging wolf tickets like, come back, I'm gonna give you the best, and then you come in, it's like your dick is inside you and shit. Like, oh, suck it, please, trust me.
Yeah,
30 more minutes, don't worry.
Just keep sucking it. Just keep sucking it. I swear,
I have a story. I think you heard it on stage. I think that was the first time, one of the first few times I've done it. But yeah, like, just fucking, I linked up with a fucking prostitute out here, Van Nuys, like 5 years ago, and I was like off crystal meth because my uncle gave me some cri-cri instead of coke, and I was just fucked up. And I had already paid that bitch, and I couldn't get hard, so I was like, what the fuck? She started sucking my nipple for like an hour, bro.
Damn, so you paid for company? You didn't even pay for sex?
Yeah.
That's even the worst, because it's one thing if she just came over, but you paid for it. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Take a rain check or get a refund or something.
The worst, bro.
Put that pussy on layaway. You're like, hey, you got to come back. I'll make payments.
Come back and cash that
I'll
in
make
later.
some payments and shit.
I need it.
Shout out to the sex workers. Make it legal. They deserve our respect.
Shout out to the sex
and health benefits. Let's say you have like a girlfriend, right? And she's like your serious girlfriend, and you love her, or whatever, and she's cool, whatever. But
love her or whatever, dude.
Love her or whatever. Whatever that means. Are you letting your girl having guy best friends? They can hang out with you're not there. I'm gonna go hang out with Jimmy or with this fool, and then, oh yeah, don't trip, baby. Or like, nah, fuck that. Are you the jealous type?
I feel like the internet wants people to say, Nah, you shouldn't let your girl have guy. I mean, like you should be able to let her do what she wants, whatever, woo, right? And I believe in that shit. But realistically, though, like if you're in a relationship and you and your girl live in an apartment, and she's like, "Oh, my boy's here," and you're at work, bitch. What? Like, I mean, this is all right. Like, look, my boy Chins, he's married. If you was at work, bro, and your wife is like, "Hey, yeah, my boy's here," how would you feel? Like, what the get the fuck out of here?
And then, get the fuck out! Like 6 hours of your shift left. You're like, damn, I can't even leave yet.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. Like, if you got a coworker, you cool with that fool? Well, whatever. I know you gotta see each other at work, right? Hopefully, it don't grow into nothing else. But like, you hanging out with the guy, get the fuck out of here.
Fuck all that shit.
And then you can ask a bitch too, like, how would you feel if I go to the movies with my friend that's a girl? But just, it's different when you just like single, right? It's whatever, But but like you're in a relationship, I feel like it's not because it's just more about a respect. You feel me? Like
It's a level of respect. Yeah.
Let's be honest. How many? I'm asking you. How many homeboys does your mom have?
Yeah, ain't got no homeboys.
How many homeboys is your? Oh, your parents are not together no more. So sorry, kind of.
All right.
But my mom has no fucking. Calling my dad. Hey, I'm gonna go kick it with this one. Like, man, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Get your back ass in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, hell no, shit never gonna happen, dog.
Yeah.
Get some
Fuck all
respect.
that shit. Especially they come over and bring honey buns and shit.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit.
Or a honey pack.
That's a little snack right there.
I was being a dick. Does your mom have friends? Guy friends?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
She's a grown woman.
Is it just me? Am I the only guy that does this? But like when I break up with a girl, she becomes my moral enemy. Or do you keep it cool with your exes? Are you friends with any of your exes?
Nah, I'm beefing all them bitches. Fuck all them bitches.
You fun with the bag. You let
Can't
me
wait
go?
to shit on them.
Look at me now, bitch.
All right, I hope you see the success.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes just check out their page just to make sure they're still doing horrible.
Bitch, your name ain't on the marquee.
Yeah.
Your name ain't up in lights.
You create like a fake Instagram and tag them in your fucking post. Like, oh, look at this fool live in Hollywood.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's crazy. You should have been here.
Dumbass bitch.
Yeah.
Dumbass bitch. Straight up.
You just photoshopping like Chappelle and Seinfeld and Louis C.K. and shit. You're like, yeah, sorry, bitch.
Or like one of my exes used to love the Kardashians, and you just Photoshop yourself with the Kardashians. Like, what's up? New episode coming out. Do friends with benefits ever work?
I mean, for some time, but never.
Eventually,
it never ends. It never ends up well, bro. It never ends up good because somebody's gonna catch feelings, and sometimes be the girl, sometimes be the guy. You'd be like, what the fuck? Like when your friends with benefits start telling you, "Oh, my homeboy's here," bitch. What? Like they start realizing, like, damn,
I got feelings for her.
fuck, But there is some.
She got
bitches-
multiple friends with benefits.
But there is some girls that guys won't get a guy will know who they're gonna get attached to and who they're not. There's girls like, and I feel like that's why guys do fuck up girls a lot, because there's guys like us, like we can fake a whole situation, just to be able to fuck a specific girl, and that's I think that's our problem, because like, we even though we know that we'll never be in a relationship with them, but we'll sell them the dream just to continue to fuck, but it always ends when they're like, okay, well, what are we, it's always gonna end, because we're gonna either show too much love and they're gonna fall in love, or either we're gonna get caught up and then something's gonna happen, it's not gonna work out or whatever, so.
Yeah, I agree completely. But like to me, the thing is, like, usually guys will like always be down to have like a fat side piece, or a side piece that's a little bit ugly, but you never want to be caught in public with them, so that's always gonna stay that situation.
Yeah,
but you have a friends with benefits who's kind of hot and like everyone loves, she has a little bit of clout.
Yeah.
Every time I feel like every time that shit goes south, it's the guy fucking up. The guy gets jealous. She starts posting her new boyfriend, and then all of a sudden, your manly instincts like, no, that should be me.
Yeah,
my thing's better. How dare you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly, man.
But it was
somebody.
not.
Somebody's gonna fall out some way or another, bro.
I just feel like it's always a guy. That's my thing. Because we're territorial, we're jealous and shit. That's what I think.
Yeah, I feel like with the girls too, though, because I feel like, the last girl I was talking to, it was just like a whole bunch of like, it kind of kept, every time I wanted to like keep linking up, it would just be like, okay, but so I want to be in a relation, like, it's just like, so then it was better for me to just ghost, because like I'm not gonna take it there, and I don't know how to tell you this, but. And then bitches will tell you, well, it's okay, just tell me how you feel. And then you tell them, like, fuck that shit.
Burn those.
Like,
Not okay.
Yeah, now you're not fucking no more, So it's like, yeah, it could be both ways, but yeah, it's never going to end well.
Now, this next question is very important to me, because I'm always looking for tips. And if I ask him for a tip, it's not going to matter, because he's not working with our care package that we have here everywhere we go, right?
That's the skinniest I've ever felt on this podcast.
Bitch ass.
Great.
There's one guy that goes to the gym in this fucking picture, and it's not. It's on. Anyways, as a big fella, what is your favorite sex position? Your go-to?
I lay down the fucking bed and she does all the work. That's the go-to
Finally,
right
somebody
there.
keeps it honest.
That's the go-to right there. I can't wait to do that shit. That's when the party starts.
Yeah, because let's be honest, when you're a big fella and they're on top, you got that full 5 or 6 or
Yeah,
7, whatever you're working with. But instead of it's our turn to go missionary, like, all right, I'm gonna give you this 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you
yeah.
this 3, and you're gonna be happy with it.
There's a barricade in the way.
Yeah,
I can't get all.
You gotta hold my fucking fat back for a bit if you want some more, but if not,
You gotta hold it up.
yeah. Fat motherfucking shit, you feel me? They love that shit though.
And then the stamina, the stamina.
Stamina, yeah, it's crazy. I've had a few bitches stop me. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah. What the fuck you talking about? But I won't realize that. I'm like, especially if she's big too. Like,
It's normal. Like after you lay down 15 minutes, you're just like huffing and puffing and shit.
yeah, that room be stinking.
Sound like 1,000 people clapping in there while you guys are fucking.
On God, bro, it's on bogus. I'm gonna vacuum in that bitch.
And that's the worst part. We know what we gotta do, get that cardio up, but like we just still don't do it, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I think we do know what we gotta do. We just don't do it. That's
100%.
it.
So you've already mentioned that you have like a fucked up like gag reflex, whatever shit be grossing you out all the time.
Whoa.
Okay, let me bring that back.
Gag.
things be grossing you out real quick.
You already mentioned that.
Do you eat ass?
Yeah, like it.
You're up in there?
Yeah, like
Yo, let me put my beer down. Let me talk about this. Real quick.
yeah, like yeah, bro. Like I'm a nasty motherfucker. Like when it comes to like fucking. But like I'll eat ass, but if I see a little piece of toilet paper, I'll probably be like, oh, like
That's just floss.
But I'm still going there. But I'm still going there though.
I think as a big fella, we have to come out with more things out the
Yeah,
bag.
you know, we gotta make. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure she coming. You feel me? Like that's what it is.
Try it, you know.
You know, it ain't in the dick, but it's in the lick. But,
There's a lot.
yeah, I'd be eating ass.
So like fat bitches though suck the best dick, like because they don't
The
know
best.
if they're ever gonna do it again.
Yeah.
So they just got like suck it like a big stick. I'm like, God damn, bitch.
Bro, the fatter the bitch, the better the head, bro. For
100%.
real, they be eating that
That's
shit up
science.
like
Fat girls eat dick like Rudy, you know, when they play football. That fool Rudy that got his first chance to make a tackle.
They eat dick all retarded.
yeah,
So you eat ass, or you obviously eat pussy too.
Yeah, not just ass.
I draw the line at pussy.
Ew, get that thing away from me. I don't want that fucking poison. Turn around, bitch.
It smells like shellfish in here.
Whoa.
That would be
Both
great. It's like, eat me out. All right, turn around. What the fuck?
Hell no.
Are you big into like recording yourself and shit? Like, is there many sex tapes of you out there?
No,
Or you're more
not a
private
single
guy?
one. Not a single one.
It's not gonna leak when you blow up. It's not gonna be a leak on Twitter.
That's hopefully not. That's not something that anybody would want to go back and see. You feel me? Like I'm just happy to be there. Fuck that
I'm
shit,
just enjoying my time.
bro. I'll kill myself if something ever leaks, brother.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, for sure,
That'll be wild. You
man.
might go to jail if that shit comes out.
Yeah, somebody's finna die.
What's the craziest place you ever fucked?
I'm not out here getting hella pussy, bro. So it's not like I have I'm thinking. It's not like I'm looking through the files. You feel me? Like, but I fucked in my parents' bed before, man.
That's the best.
Yeah,
Something
I'm about the
about
best, man.
Something about that. When you're younger too,
yeah.
like it's just dangerous.
Yeah, bro. I was in my mom's room. She had gone to work. That girl had slept over. That girl had slept over with me. And my mom went to work. My dad went to work like around 4. And yeah, we just went in there. It just felt good because it was just like my parents' room. You know what I'm saying? I was
This
like,
is where I was made.
bro. Yeah, it was fire, bro.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Did you make the bed afterwards? Try to
The
hide
bed
the
was not
evidence?
made when I got there, so
So you're good.
I had to leave the evidence as it was.
Did you leave it on the sheets like fuck you, mom? You just fucking left it all over the.
Nah, you know what's funny? The same time that happened, this girl wanted me to bust in her face, and I forgot to let her know I was about to bust, and it shit went in her eye. So it ended up being from like a cool experience to like a what the fuck?
Oops, my
Yeah,
bad.
I was like, yo, my bad. It's funny because it all happened that same night. But I mean, there was this girl I was fucking around with. She wanted me to fuck her on the island of her kitchen, so I did that. It's pretty cool.
Not about that, but she had a kitchen? Shit.
Yeah, island in the kitchen. Yes.
Was that the most like awkward sex thing that's ever happened when you bust in the eye? Like, what's the most awkward like sex? Like for me, for examples, one time I was with my girl at the time, and we got a hotel room. The lights were off for fucking getting all freaking nasty and shit. So I pick her up, and I'm about to put her on the bed, but it's dark as shit in there. So I went to go fucking put her on the bed. I ended up spine bustering this bitch in between the bed and the wall. I completely missed the bed. So I'm on top of her, and my full body weight is just fucking finish her and shit. I should have pinned her right after that.
Bro.
And then I had to eat pussy for like 20 minutes after that because I was like, I think I gave her a concussion.
She was unconscious, dude.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Woke up in the morning. What
Definitely killed the mood and shit. She was dead when she woke up.
Hell no. Bro, honestly, embarrassing, awkward, bro. I would say cramps.
That shit hurts.
As a big boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've gotten a cramp. Like, I've been fucking, I got a cramp, like, in my fucking, like a Charlie horse, bro. Oh, my God.
Like, it's been 45
or, like,
seconds.
not even, the Charlie horse, the calf. Like, you gotta stretch your leg. Like, what the fuck you doing? Like, oh, no, fucking, that shit's awkward.
She's like, this pussy's good, huh? I'm like, no, bitch, I'm cramping.
Yeah,
This shit hurts.
Literally, I should have stretched, you feel me?
That's happened to me too, and those bitches hurt. So you're like trying to mask the pain, and also like you just
Bro, like,
jump
try not to cry.
Tear my ACL and some pussy real quick.
Dude, yes.
Are you a big strip club guy?
You know, I like it, but I was just like, you know what I'm saying? I haven't had the luxury to go too many times, you know. Might go today, you know. But, like, I love, it's always a good time, you know. I love spending time. Like I love having somebody to pretend to care about me. So,
And they're good at it too.
Yeah.
Do they have like good strip clubs out there in Chicago and shit?
I don't know of anything better than LA because you guys have like the industry here. You feel me? So you might not even have to go to a strip club. You can just go to the hills, private party up there, get some hoes in there and shit.
I
But
heard Atlanta's dope too, though.
yo, Atlanta has good strip clubs because they have like the Moreno strip clubs. So they got like hip hop. You know, like Future might be there on any given day. You know, Atlanta's like rich Black Hollywood, so it's like celebrities everywhere. That's true. You know, it's just the most black. Chicago we're more like, I guess, common folk. You know, it's more regular people, so it's gonna be like pretty mid. They do have like South Side clubs, North Side clubs. Like the worst thing that I hate the most is a white person strip club. Like if I walk in and a bitch strip into like Lincoln Park or some goofy shit like that shit it's whack. You feel me? Like
some Evanescence.
Yeah, I want some ignorant shit. You feel me?
They just fucking lay on the ground, just clap their heels together. You're like, what are
Like,
you
get
doing?
the fuck up, bitch.
Get up, dude. That floor is gross.
Stop fucking around.
That shit is gross.
Yeah, but yeah, they're not like crazy lit. We've got a strip club at the apartment. Well, a strip at the apartment before. What? But
I thought you
yeah,
said a strip club at the
no,
apartment.
not right now. No, we've had bitches come through.
Move there.
But yeah, like it's cool, you know. But I'd rather have hoes over, you feel me? Like you ain't gotta pay for that. It's
The
just
potential to fuck.
random tragas from the fucking, you know, the city.
Yeah, speaking about like random hoes, like ever since you got your clout up, to me you're clouded up, right? To me, you're like 1,000 times more than me, right? So to a regular folk like me, you're clouded up.
Oh my god,
How is that clout pussy in the DMs been lately?
DM's been crazy. The cloud pussy, I've honestly not had any yet. I've had pussy off like my podcast and shit like that, bitches. I remember I did a giveaway one time and I gave this bitch a shirt. Like I was like, you won. And then we ended up fucking like a week later.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, fuck, you know, the podcast got me pussy a few times, but honestly, like, off this comedy shit, no, not really. Like, and there's bitches that like hit me up, but I fumble it, bro. Because most of the time I'm doing shows. Like every night I'm doing shows. Number two, I don't drive. So it's like, oh, can you come through to my apartment? You know what I'm saying? On top of that. And it was just like, you know, I don't got no game, bro. I don't got no game. Like most of the time I've ever fucked this because a bitch literally did all the work to get to where we're at. Where it's just now all I gotta do is fuck now. You feel me?
You the prize,
so I
baby.
don't got no game, but I feel like now my confidence is going up. Now with everything, you know, again with the following, it's like, all right, I feel like I got a little bit more confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like
Now you walk up
now I
and
have
like,
I have like you know, I feel like I got something. You know, like for the longest I just felt like I don't got shit. Like I'm a bum. Why the fuck would I?
Like, you feel like-
And I'm a bum and I don't look good. You know, I don't got I don't got nothing going for myself. But now it's like, all right, now I got. Now, yeah, there's bitches that hit me up. I'm hitting people up, you know, but it's just like, right now, I can't wait to get to a point where it's like, well, I'll tap into a city and like, you know, tap
the
tap
option.
in. Yeah, this girl came see me like 3 hours away on Friday, but she came with her fucking dad, bro.
Oh, shit.
I was like, bitch, she was fucking whack,
Could have had
bro.
a threesome.
Had whack. But there was bitches that was on crazy shit with her dad, bro.
Kept it in the family. They could have kept it in the family, dog.
Nah, I mean, I would be down. Shit, that ain't my dad. But like,
that's not
yeah,
your
like
problem.
we had some bitches that was right there hanging out with like me and Renee. They wanted to fuck us like hard, bro. That fool started like they kind of got a little wild for a little bit, but we had some porn stars come through on Saturday, like at the 9 p.m. show, I think, maybe the 7 p.m. show. Like, yeah, they're popping too. I got like 400,000 followers on Instagram, and yeah, as soon as I got
Shout
off
out to
stage,
them.
they came up to me, started grabbing me. They're like, "Where you going? Where you going? Like, stay right here and all this," and like pulling their like it was fire, bro. But I mean, like when I'm in, like I love comedy, bro. Like I guess I can call me a nerd in that aspect, you know, because like I'm here to do my shit. I don't care about the pussy. I don't care about nothing. Like I'm doing the shows. Like,
Taking it serious.
like the for me, killing a fucking room while I got people crying, laughing, feels better than pussy. You feel me? Like, but eventually, you know, once I start getting like all this shit is new to me though. Like once I start coming around, you know, start touring a few more times, it's like, all right, now I know what the fuck going on. You know, now I got my money right, everything. Like, let me get some pussy while I'm out here real quick, you know. Have a bitch come to the hotel. Like, yeah, I'll get to that point. Like, I'm not in a rush, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I think the podcast for sure has got me some. But honestly, I haven't abused my power yet in comedy.
Little podcast pussy. Little podcast pussy ain't bad.
I want to make sure I'm ready.
I've got some podcast pussy. It ain't that bad.
Really?
A little bit.
I saw, you getting put. Anyways, dog.
Dude, that's the worst, right? I've had guests that come on my podcast and they all get fucked by my listeners. And they're like, they're like, bro, that girl hit me up after she's like, I heard you on the podcast. And then like I fucked her. I got one of my homies fucked like 3. Every time he comes on the podcast, he fucks a different bitch that listens to the podcast. I'm like, bro, I went on my podcast. I was like, but you bitches need to start fucking me. Stop fucking my guests.
I'm the prize.
Dog, you gotta kiss the top dog first.
So that's why you guys hang out with them.
Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, man, it's
Have you guys been to TJ before?
never, bro. I've never been. I want to go.
Because the next question was gonna be, what's your favorite Hong Kong story?
I've heard about that shit. There was a comedian that brought it up, but I've never been, bro.
Basically, Hong Kong is 3 different levels. It looks like when you walk in, it looks like the center of a 4 Seasons. Like, there's so many layers everywhere. It's the best strip club in the world, and everyone looks like, all the girls are like Kim Kardashian, your favorite porn star. There's whipped cream and shows everywhere, and then it's attached to a hotel. And it's less than it's very cheap. Anyways, you guys gotta go. When you guys want to, next time you guys come down, we'll make a thing.
Yeah.
If you guys want chlamydia, let's go to Hong Kong.
It's super dope, but you gotta go. Are you smashing on the first date? And as a guy, obviously, yeah, we're down. But once you smash, do you look at her different?
No, I don't. But the last 2 girls that I met, we fucked on the first day because I mean they came to the apartment, they didn't know what the fuck they were gonna do.
Yeah, why would you come over? And
We never met before. You're in my house, like you want
play
to fuck,
Scrabble,
you know?
like fuck out of here.
But no, I don't look at them different because most of the time I'm like, we're adults. You feel me? Like you like what are we? Like, oh, you're fucking a hoe. Like no, what the fuck? We're grown as fuck. I knew you wanted to come fucking, especially if they're cool. Keep them around for a little bit, you know, like fuck a little bit more. But you get that shit out the way, you know, because like yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not finna go on dates and shit like that no more. Like it's fucking, I got time for that shit no more. You feel me? Like the fuck?
Busy.
Yeah.
Me too, dog. I never leave the house. Like I'm always editing, fixing this shit, doing podcasts and shit like that. It's tough for me to get the fuck out the house.
Yeah, you know, and like girls want to talk all day sometimes. It's just like, bro, I don't got fucking time.
One of my biggest pet peeves, dog, and then it's like during the middle of a movie, the middle of a show, and then this bitch wants to start a conversation like, we're watching a fucking movie, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, get out of here. What is your biggest pet peeve in a girl that you're considering maybe being your girl or like being friends with? Like, what do you hate that bitches do?
Dude, I hung out with this girl that she used to just lie a lot, bro.
Random
like
lies.
I lie a lot too, but she was like more than me. I was like, bitch, damn, you
like, damn.
What's that juicy? I like you, man. You lie a lot. You know? she would just like lie about crazy shit. Like there was like she had told me that she was like, oh yeah, Dunos is my cousin. And I believe that because that's like one of the first things she told me. And I don't think that's her cousin, bro. Like it's funny because it's like, I could really ask that fool now. You know, I got that fool's phone number. Yeah. Like, remember that bitch? Did you say he was cousin? Like, that's my boy now. He don't know you.
Damn,
but like, she'll lie
drop.
about Chris, bro. She told me her mom had a stroke, bro, and like, she didn't. You know, like
Let me see her face.
Yeah, one time we got into it, and I was just telling her, I was like, bro, my bad is because. I got a drinking problem. You know, I was trying to make up I probably do got a drinking problem, but I was like making it seem worse than what it was. I was like, yeah, that's why I've been a piece of shit. I just drink too much, do too many drugs. And then she was like, yeah, I used to experience with drugs myself. She's like, I used to pill pop and I overdosed a few times. But then like you start like asking questions that only a person that does those drugs knows, and like they don't even know. You know, like this bitch is lying. Like you just lying ass bitch. And like I think it's just because these are people you meet just to fuck, so you can make up a whole life that is not who you are because it doesn't matter because you guys are just there to fuck, you know? And then it's like, but eventually you start like getting closer and closer and you start realizing like she had told me her dad died, but then he wasn't dead. So I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Carol
just
Baskin?
stupid shit, you know? Like stupid shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that shit was like, I never met a girl like that because girls usually are very more genuine than a guy.
Yeah.
As far as like their life goes. Maybe if they're fucking with somebody on the side, yeah, they're good at hiding it too. But as far as just talking bullshit lies like that, like yeah, that was weird, you know, just lying ass bitch, you know. And I also dated a girl who was very sensitive. I remember one time, like the reason we broke up is because I see my homie and she was driving me to work, and that homie was on the block. He was like, and I was like, oh, there go my boy Chiz, and I think she's like, damn, you give a fuck more about that motherfucker than me. And I was like, hell yeah, that's my boy Chiz. And then she ain't talked to me for like 2 days, and after that, I ghosted her. I was like, fuck you then. And then she hit me back up like 2 days later. She's like, okay, it's funny now. I'm sorry. And still to this day, we don't talk.
That's some insecure shit. She
Still.
got jealous of your boy.
My boy, right?
Like,
Like, what the
not
fuck?
fucking him.
Bro,
I have done the lying shit though. I did tell a couple girls that I was on the practice squad for the Rams when they came out here. It worked once. All the other times, not so much. It didn't work. So they looked me up, and I was like, "Yeah, no, you can't find me nowhere."
So right now you're in like the low key worker section, the slavery section of LA where the worker bees live at and shit. How is like famous LA Hollywood section? How are the big dogs in LA treating you right now?
Shit, I mean, like, I'm not staying with the big dogs, but I'm saying, like, just being in the industry, like, I had a lot of comedians I looked up to way before, like, you know, Richard Villa, he's an LA comic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that fool, I was a fan of him. I'm a fan of him, and I had hit him up when I was in Chicago, like, when I was out there, like, not touring or anything, because he was going to tour in Chicago. And I was like, hey, man, you know, I'm a big fan. I'm a comedian, too. Like, I would love to work with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And, like, he's like, hey, man, appreciate you. You know, I'll be there these days, buy some tickets, whatever. Like, they didn't even acknowledge that I was a comic then, you know, whatever. But, I mean, I get it. Now I get it because I got people hitting me up with the same shit, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't take it the wrong way, but I'm saying that was the interaction. And then when he found out that I was pulling up, he followed me, hit me up, he sent me his personal phone number, and he's like, I'm gonna pull up on you. And yeah, he pulled up on me at the haha. He came to the back, we dapped up, and he's like, I just came to say what's up to you, and I came to say that congrats on all your successes. I remember when we first talked. That's what's up. And I'm glad to see you out here doing it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing shit that...
Is there like a big comedy scene out in Chicago?
It is, bro. There's a huge comedy scene. It's one of the biggest ones, bro. And a lot of people move from the Midwest to Chicago to pursue comedy, and then from Chicago, once they're ready, they either hit one of the coasts, whether it's New York or LA.
Yeah.
Right. Now you technically don't have to leave Chicago.
Social media
with the
and
social
shit.
media and shit. Like my plan was always to move out to LA and try to make it, but it's like, bro, we're selling out shows in LA.
Yeah.
I don't even live here, you know. So why would I pay $3,500, $4,000 in rent for an apartment when I could pay $1,000 with a room? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just way cheaper. And have a healthier, not a healthier, but like a better lifestyle, you know? Because it was move out here, make more money, but then just spend more money just on living. Yeah. I'd rather just be decent out there and still do the road and still do. Now, would I have to come back and forth a lot? Yeah, you know? Unless I get like some like permanent job here where it's like, oh, we're going to be shooting a fucking pilot, you know, and we're going to shoot every day or something like that, then yeah, I would probably make the move. But it doesn't seem like such a career deal breaker anymore, you know? Now you could do it from anywhere. There's people who are blowing up that live in buttfuck Virginia, you know what I'm saying? Getting the bread, getting everything. Yeah. So it's like you don't have to move. And I love Chicago. I love where I'm from, and I love the city of Chicago. I think it's one of the best cities in the world, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I have to, but I love LA. Like I got genuine love here, and when I'm here, I feel at home. And now the culture embraces me. Like people love just doing shows, people are like, bro, we fuck with you. You know, people think that I'm from LA. A lot of people hit me up from LA all the time.
You could
like,
definitely pass. As
people tell me that, bro.
Yeah.
You dress like LA. Yeah, and they told me that, like, bro, people were telling me, like, oh, you got to earn that hat, ooh, whatever. And they're like, but you did, though. They're like, you earned it, you know, some crazy-ass cholos. And, like, and it's crazy because, like, we're not no different, you feel me? Like I'm a comedian, but we're both, like, stand-up, solid motherfuckers, you feel me? Like, I'm not going to let you play with me. I'm not going to play with you. It's about respect. And I feel like we both, like, I've never had a problem with anybody, bro. Everybody I've met, I've been myself because I'm myself, you know. I don't try to pretend to be something I'm not. Yeah. And I feel like that always comes off the best, you know. And, yeah, man, I fucking love LA, bro. And I just love the gangster-ass culture, too, you feel me? Like, because you guys really make the Mexicans look good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe some motherfuckers back home and just be like, bro, you embarrassing the fuck out of like us, like as a raza, as a culture, like the fuck making us look goofy as fuck, you know? And I feel like you motherfuckers really like LA motherfuckers like really stand for what they believe in, you feel me? And I'm not gonna speak for everybody because there's lame ass motherfuckers everywhere. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like in Chicago, sometimes, like, I don't know, it just be a lot of like, there's like so many liberals now, and like, no, not to get political, but it just be so many motherfuckers that just be like, offended by everything. Ooh, and I always got people messaging me from either LA or Texas. They're like, bro, fuck them, you know, like you talk your shit, you feel me, and all that. And I respect that. And a lot of times it was like, oh, I'm scared to say certain things because you might get canceled. But now it's like, bro, once you got the culture behind you, you feel me? Like you got your people that fuck with you. Not everybody has to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You can still get it with your own fan base. I mean, it's something like almost like what Nipsey was doing, you know? Like he was like, independent. He was not super mainstream, but his people backed him up. And he fucking made a killing. You
Still
feel
successful.
Me? Still successful,
Yeah.
you know? And I don't mind being on that type of vibe, you feel me?
So as far as like doing like stand up and everything like that and doing comedy, like how do you deal or like how do you like toe the line of like cancel culture where it's just like, you know, like a lot of people, like the shit you say on stage, a lot of people will say in their own personal like group chats, but they'll get mad at you for saying on stage. So like, how do you like work around that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a difference, though. You feel me? Like, there's a difference of comfort within your own friend group than on stage. And I understand that as, like, I'm going into a professional setting because especially because if you're just starting off and you don't have a following and you're kind of just relying on the people that spend money, they're like, oh, that's a comedy club. Let's see who's there tonight. And they go in there and now you're just spazzing out. They're like, what the fuck was that? You don't ever know. You feel me? Like, one of the things, I'm a comedian and I see there's always comedians that be like, oh, comedian is the most dangerous job in the world because you can say anything and people can get you canceled. As a comedian, you should have a free pass to say whatever you want, whatever. But dude, I'm a real comedian. Like, I think you should say whatever you want as long as it's funny. People talk about other bullshit way too much and forget, is it funny or not? You feel me? Like, because somebody will say something like, oh, well, I told a joke. And not to bring this up, but when I came in, you told me you were like, oh, I told a joke, you know, about woo-woo, and nobody laughed, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? But then you got to ask yourself, well, was it even funny? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people will bring up a subject, and they'll be like, oh, they didn't laugh because I talked about kidnapping or whatever.
Yeah.
And be like, well, what the fuck was the joke? Was it funny? Was it hack? Was it just like, or were you just saying something provocative? You know what I'm saying? With me, I care about the art too much to do it on purpose, to try to offend. I don't ever try to offend anybody. Even when I'm doing crowd work, I try to let you have fun, and I don't want nobody to laugh at you. I want us all to laugh together, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm never like, you know, the only thing I do is as far as cancel culture, I don't care about. The only thing that I would be concerned about is that on my podcast, sometimes I'll drop like an N word because I was, you know, I just been saying that my whole life and shit. And like people that don't know me might find it and be like, hey, you can't say that, whatever. But I mean, once you get to know me, you know that it's not an ill intent. You know what I'm saying? I just talk like that. And but other than that, like as far as in my stand up. No, my stand-up, I mean, you saw, you know, it's mostly goofy, you feel me? Like, this fool's crazy, like, but he's stupid, funny,
it's
crazy,
fun.
you feel me? Yeah, I want people to look at me more of like, that fool's dumb as fuck, but he's fucking hilarious, you know? Instead of like, oh shit, man, I didn't know where that shit was going, like, but he made it funny a little bit. I don't do that type of comedy. I don't like it tense in there, because there's comedians that like that. They love getting it tense and then breaking the ice with a punchline and people laugh. I don't like it being tense ever. I want you guys to have fun from the moment I come on stage to the moment I get off. I want it to feel like I'm the drunk homie at the kickback, and I just got everybody cracking the fuck up laughing, you know, and that's what most of my shows feel like, you know. And the thing is also trying to take that vibe and to be able to do it in an all Latino room, in an all white room, you know, no matter where you at, try to make it funny, you feel me? Obviously, when you're in an all Latino room, you might drop a few more Spanish words, something a little bit more with the culture, whatever, to relate a little bit more, but still, like, nothing else matters but being funny, bro. I can promise you there's comedians that have jokes that should have them canceled, get no work, but because it's so goddamn funny, nobody brings it up. Because people forget that you have to be funny. I promise you can say whatever the fuck you want. If it's funny, nobody will even bat an eye about it.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, like at the end of the day, as like a comedian, you need laughs. No matter what the fuck it is, if you don't make people laugh, you're not doing your job. Yeah. And also, like how you said, like with the intent, it's just like, so the shit I say to like my homies and stuff, like in person at the job or whatever, is like crazy wild shit. But like those people know me, so they're just like, oh, I know he doesn't mean it like that. Like he's just joking. He's not like doing crazy shit. But yeah, when you go, because like you're starting your tour and shit, but like so when you go to different cities, people don't know you. So when you say some crazy shit, like people will just be like, what the fuck did he just say?
Yeah.
Because they don't know you. They don't know like my intent. I'm just joking. Like I don't mean that shit.
But yeah. You're right. And I think I'm glad that the way that I write, I typically don't ever have to deal with that, because it's like that fool's just funny, It's not like he didn't say anything that will make people mad or whatever. You feel me? Like maybe I might dog on the city that I'm at. I'm like, Goofy's here for that. Whatever. But never anything that's gonna be like, oh, get out of here. You feel me? And like I don't come off disrespect. I try not to come off disrespectful ever. Most of the time. The good thing about touring when you have followers now is that a lot of the people that come see you do know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Rene Vaca, he was doing meet and greets with me after the show, and people were like, you were fucking hilarious, but I wanted you to be even crazier. You feel me? Like they wanted more crazy shit. You feel me? So it's kind of good in a way that they expect the craziness. Because if he was doing like crazy ass shit to somebody who just wanted to see a show, they'd be like, what the fuck is up with this comedian? Like I've never seen a comedian bring people on stage and do all this crazy shit, but people know him for that. You feel me? And I feel like that's a little bit better as far as when you do shit like that. But for me, that's like I don't look at myself as a headliner. I look at myself as a feature.
Not yet.
So for me, I want to be like a. I just want to be, I want to fit, no matter who I'm opening for, who the audience is, I just want to make sure they fuck with me. And most of the time they do. Most of the time they fuck with me heavy.
And then when you said like how I write, so do you like write your jokes down like all the way? Do you write on stage? Do you just like have like the notes app in your phone and just write like premises and try to see where it goes?
Yeah, that exactly. Actually, I started off doing notebook shit. Like I used to just write pages and pages and pages, and I used to try to stick to the script. Like when I would go on stage and I was getting a 10-minute spot, I'll do the 10 minutes that I wrote. No extra word, nothing. If somebody heckled me, I would ignore them. And then little by little, I started getting more comfortable on stage, and then my friends would come to my shows and they'll tell me like, well, you're funny, we fuck with you, they fuck with you, but I feel like you could have made it funnier. Like you should have said that. Like they know that I'm funny on the spot. They're like, be more yourself on stage. Yeah. So that in the past few like months, that's what I've been trying to break into, being more of myself. And like, I mean, just in these past shows that we did in LA, I was me. You feel me? I was myself, and I was just fucking around. I'll talk shit to people, whatever, but as me, you know what I'm saying? And so right now, my writing process has changed. I used to write it, again, in a notebook. Then I moved forward into doing it like in a notes app. I'll just have a bullet point. Right now, I'm kind of adding a little bit of bits here and there from every city I'm going to. I get more inspiration, Like traveling gives you a lot of inspiration as far as like talking local to the locals, and then you could take that shit and use it in, like, if it's funny enough, it could be universal. I did jokes that I set up for DC that are killing in LA.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, if you could do that, that's your writing right there. I got like another 10 minutes right now just off traveling to like 2 or 3 different cities.
Yeah.
And I'm proud, I'm happy to be able to maybe take off the geographical purpose of it and just kind of turn it into soul bits, and the people won't know where I wrote them at, but it's just like the punchline, the joke is freaking funny,
Yeah.
So right now I'm working on like rearranging a few things that I came up with because I was in DC, and kind of turning them a little bit more like I could just talk about the culture, but they don't know where I was at. It doesn't matter, you feel me? So that's kind of how my writing is right now, and I've been able to write some dope ass shit. I mean, on the spot shit. I think this joke I did about Kri Kri with my uncle, I'm gonna crop a little bit of that off because I think you saw the full story. I cut it off for like this 9 and 10 p.m. show. I cropped it a little bit, and I think it was way better. And now I'm gonna work, and I've been wanting to do that story in joke form for years. And it was a 10-minute story the first time I told it, almost a 30-minute story the first time I did it on my podcast. So now that's turned into like maybe a 6-minute bit now. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to condense it. And this is kind of something I learned from, again, like how you said, my shit just laugh. There's no setup, punchline, nothing like that. It's just a flow. And there's a bar that this rapper Belly, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Belly. Yeah, that fool. Yeah, Belly's this fire, but he was signed to JC, and when they did a Belly like interview, I think was, Belly said that Jay-Z told him one time when he was listening to him, he's like, I signed you because you have some of the hardest bars in the game, but he was making music that had like throwaway lines,
Yeah.
And he's like, when you rap, like there shouldn't be. No, there shouldn't. Why is there throwaway lines? This is your product. Why are you cutting it with bullshit? Make sure that every bar counts. So that's why, like with me, like I don't want to have bullshit. I want to make sure that every line has a purpose, but it's also funny and hidden. You feel me? there's times when you might do a joke for the first time where there'll be hella bullshit because your first time you're kind of setting it up, but then you find what's funny, take off the shit that seems unnecessary, and now you got a solid bit that's hidden from front to back. Yes, it's a little harder because if you're trying to fill time, it's gonna be harder because you're narrowing down what could be a 3-minute bit into maybe a minute 20, but in the long run, you'll have more quality shit. You feel me?
Yeah, you just gotta cut the fat. No pun intended.
Yeah, for sure.
But also, like,
Just know about fat, motherfucker.
just just give you your flowers real quick, like you said before, though. Like, so I didn't get to make it to the show this past weekend, and I apologize. But
I don't know how you feel about that.
But go Birds. Like you said, it was still sold out regardless. But like I said, but just like the clips and shit that I've seen you on, like, you seem fucking, and you're just like just starting to get your fucking uprising now, but you just seem comfortable as fuck on stage. And as like a viewer or someone looking at it, like I can notice that. I don't know if other people can, but like I can notice, like, you look like you're having fun, you're having a good time, you like found your voice and you're comfortable. And so I just want to give you flowers for that, because like I like that shit. You just seem fucking like you've been doing this bitch for like 20 years.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And that's what I always told my boy. I was like, bro, like we always knew. Like I was like, you're way funnier than that.
Yeah.
So wait till you start to get comfortable. It's gonna be a wrap. And sure enough, as soon as I started getting comfortable, we started cutting up clips of shit that I said on the spot right away. And those are the ones that was going even more viral.
And you're like, damn, I'm good.
I did an Italian bit. Yeah, I'm like, I'm fucking shit.
Hell yeah, I did
but
that
it's just
shit.
a matter of being able to do it on stage, because there's no point of you being hilarious off stage, like, what the, okay, you got your homies laughing, so what?
Yeah.
It's like once you're actually doing up there and being able to put on that show for them, it's like, oh yeah, this is who I am, like, and when those bits go crazy, like viral, it's just like, damn, that was just talent in the way. Like, that shit just came off the dome, you feel me? Like, that shit feel good,
It's all starting to like come to fruition.
Yeah,
like,
and it's like, it's not always like that. Like when I touched down here on Friday, I did the first show on Friday, then 3 on Saturday. The first show, I did my set and I killed, but I wasn't happy because I didn't feel the vibe of like, I'm up there fucking murdering, sweating. I love it. I was more like, I was standing in one place. Because I was nervous my first time there, legendary club. But now it's like, the next day I was like, okay, I did it already. I got the nervousness out. And sure enough, bro, 6 I tapped in. That's when I felt like, okay, this is going to be a good night. And then the 9 p.m., I rocked that bitch. And then the 11 p.m., I was already a little fucked up. But even then, bro, I was rocking that motherfucker, bro. Even
better.
Until the end. I took a seat, bro. And like I got sentimental with them. But the people were, I was getting applause breaks in between a single bit, bro. People were like, ooh, like they fuck with, like, they didn't want me to leave type shit. You feel me?
That's what's up.
And I was like, I felt the love that night. Crazy, bro. And yeah, man, it's just like cool. Like now it's like this is it. You feel me? Like I just hope that I can tap into that at all times when I need it. When I need it, when I need to go to work, when I need to go on stage and put on a show.
Compared to like to me, the way I see your uprise, from the moment I found you on TikTok, now seeing you go crazy and being a dope ass comedian, doing the thing in the show business, doing great. To me, you're out of here. You're way so far above me. I've been doing this for 6-7 years, grinding to get my 1,000 fucking subscription on YouTube, and I barely got it after 6-7 years.
Congrats, man.
But thank you. But to you, like I see
welcome.
you're blowing out of here. You're so far ahead of us on what you're doing. What is like a milestone, something you're looking forward to? Like what's next for you? Like what you really want to accomplish? Like what means a lot to you?
I mean, bro, just drinking. I mean, honestly, this whole weekend feels like a fucking, like, every day I wake up in LA, I'm like, damn, I am here. I just did that shit. Last night I rocked those shows. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, people back home are like, what the fuck? Like, this dude was like, this shit's happening for real. Because you can fake the funk so much, but how do you know that, like, it's actually happening? Now it's like people are seeing the work. 'Cause I hate motherfuckers that are always talking about hustling and, yeah, we working and we doing this, like, we're coming, like, big things coming. Shit don't never happen, you feel me?
Too
like,
much talk.
I don't do the talking, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather show you, you feel
just
me?
do it.
I'd rather show you and you see the result. You see it, you feel me? Like, there's no, you can't fake it, you feel me? You can't fake it. You see the payoff, and now it's like, all right, now I'm here, you feel me? And it's work. It has been work. I'm not gonna say I took it easy. Could I have gone harder? Could I have done more? Yeah, but I'm at my own pace, you feel me? And I'm comfortable being at my own pace. Nobody needs to rush me to anything. And as far as goals for me, I don't really I never thought I'd make it this far. Obviously everybody thinks of that, but seeing it happen now, I just want to continue growing. You know, I want longevity in this shit. You feel me? I don't want to rush to anything because I know this is only the beginning. You know, we'll have merch eventually. We'll have a Patreon. We'll have all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't mind struggling a little bit more. I don't need to be rich right away. I've been broke all my life. So having $1,000 in my account is a lot. You feel me? That's being dead ass, bro.
I feel that.
And I mean, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but I'll be humble forever because I know what it's like to have a lot and get taken away. And I fucked the bag up a couple times. So now I'm going to do it right. You feel me? I'm going to do it right. And eventually I'm going to take care of, like, my people are going to get taken care of. And I just want to be in it for a long time. I want this shit forever, you know. I'm not race. When I started comedy, it was a race to fame. I want to live in the hills. I want to ride a G-Wagon. I want to live in Hollywood, whatever. Now it's like just to have the freedom to go do a show, take pictures with people, and have the whole day to myself, bro. That's a lifestyle that is like, wow, you only dream about. That's the best job in the world, you know? Like, what the fuck? Where else do you get to clock in and fuck around?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you work at a warehouse, yeah, but like...
my job, the job I have now.
But it's just like, yeah, man, I want this shit for a long time, bro, and I just hope that my creativity never dies. And as far as my goals, I'd probably say keep growing, but at its own pace, you know? I don't want to blow up and burn out.
Yeah.
Because people blow up and burn out, and then there's like, damn, what now? It's way harder to be. It's easy to make it.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay on top.
To maintain it.
To maintain, that's the hardest part. This shit don't mean nothing to me right now. It means everything and nothing because I know that it's nothing, and I know that it can be gone. No. I mean, not you guys, but I'm saying like all this shit can come and go. You feel me?
Yeah.
I see people that was popping crazy, making hella money, and then just stop because they get into other shit. Like with me, nah. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. Like I just want like comedy is what I give a fuck about. And I got a podcast and everything else too, but like that's what I said about like the whole monetizing and all that shit. I'm not in a rush, bro. Like it'll come. You feel me? Like everything will come in when it's time.
And I love that shit because, like, you know, I just met you like a few hours ago, but I could tell you're a fucking genuine good person. You're a people person. You just, you know, I hate saying this shit. It's fucking gay, but it's like you got good energy. Like your fucking energy, it's just fun. It's goofy. It's cool. So I like seeing you know, like you get what you deserve. Like you put out good shit into the world, and now you're getting what you deserve. And I like seeing that shit for people. Like that, people
like
you.
I try to be as the best person as I can be, you know, to everybody.
And it's not hard.
I always say the only person I treat horribly is myself.
Yeah.
I do shit to my body that I shouldn't be, whether it's eating unhealthy, drinking too much. I do treat myself. I need to treat myself better. But as far as like everybody else, like I always want to make sure. People will call it like, oh, being the life of the party. I don't want to be the life of the party, but I want to make sure that everybody's having a good time. I want to make sure I'm making you laugh. I'm making sure I'm making you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have came in here and be like, oh, I'm cool with this. I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm not going to, you know, like, people, I see people do that. You know,
all the time.
People, you'll come in with like your boys or whatever, and like they'll acknowledge you, but they, you know, they don't want to talk to them. Whatever it is, like, I think I've been in situations growing up where, like, maybe me being the bigger dude or whatever, like, when you walk into a room and it's just like, people shout out to your homies, but if you're like, you know, who the fuck is that? Who cares? Like nobody making, like, people don't give a shit about everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like when me, and even as a kid, when I'll go to my cousin's house and we'll go to our cousin's house, like, their aunt or whatever will take care of them, but I was always like, oh, fucking, that's the other fucking random ass fat kid. Who the fuck? So I was like, you know what?
Kid.
I want to make sure that everybody always feels welcome, whether they're at my house or whether I'm in their house. You know, I want to make sure that I'm happy to be here with all of you guys, you feel me? And I want you guys all to feel like, I'm one of y'all, you know. I no matter who I'm hanging out with, I'm myself, bro.
It's all love.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love that. You know, eventually, if not already, you're gonna be the fucking the golden trophy, the national spokesman for the big fellas out here.
Yeah, I hope so. That's my goal. That's my goal.
The goal. Like, you know what? I don't care if I'm fat. I can still fucking make it out there. You know, as a big fella, that's important for us because we don't got many representation out there. Mexican and the big fella. Come on, we know. 90% of our family, when you're Latino and Mexican, we're all fat anyways. But
also, when your eyes are open, you got pretty ass eyes. Them shits is nice. I've seen it a couple times. I was like,
I know
damn.
people probably in the comments right now. Is that fool sleep or what?
Snorlax.
Anyways, before the skinny guy in the podcast ruined our big guy moment, give some advice or some things that you notice that are important for guys like us, man. Growing up, being a big boy, not being the number one choice on the draft board from the girls, and surviving in this realm where you know we're not the first pick. Like, what are some things that you learned being a big fella that the other little big fellas growing up, the young guys could take to heart?
Man, fuck them bitches, bro. Fuck them bitches. Fucking go viral. Fucking shit on shit on them. The bitches will come. I would say like, bro, honestly, like I spent so much time in my life trying to make sure like I was accepted and shit like that, man. Fuck all that shit. Now I'm just myself. Like, fuck all that. Like, be happy being yourself. Be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like love yourself. You feel me? Obviously, you know, if you want to lose weight and all that. I mean, obviously, we all want to lose weight. Obviously, for your health reasons. Fuck looks, you know, whatever. But confidence, I say, is. I've had people hit me up, like bigger guys. They'll DM me and they'll be like, "Hey, bro, I'm a big fan of your stuff. I'm a big guy myself, and I see you on stage, and you just have this overwhelming confidence that like." You're just so confident up there, kind of like what you mentioned. And it's crazy because it's not, I wouldn't say it's a facade because that is who I am, but it is still like, I still have, you know, second guesses. I'm still on stage sometimes like trying to cover my neck, you know, trying to make sure my titties aren't, you know, looking too big. You know, that's still there. But like, I would just say like, once you make, you got to be at peace with yourself, bro. You got to think about it. Like, you got to look in the mirror like, no, like, it's done. You're cooked. Like if you're fat, you're fat. Or you're ugly, you're ugly. Like nothing that you do is gonna fucking change that. So learn to accept who you are, and you'll live like 10 times happier, bro. Like there's times where I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, bro, I need to do this. I'm ugly. Like, fuck that shit, bro. You get confident. Confident destroys all the other bullshit. Everything. You got money, don't matter, nothing. If you got confidence, like everything else, like will come. Like. And I mean, yeah, you just gotta be confident. Yeah, stop being fucking pussy, bro.
Yeah, you heard that, Adele? Get fat again.
Yeah, get fat again.
Make another banger. No one heard your last album.
And if you want to, you know, people want to say how you get confident, it doesn't just happen. Yeah, you're right. But I think the first step is accept yourself for who you are, and then proceed to be yourself to the fullest form.
Comfortable in your own skin.
People can tell when like you say something, you're speaking, you look all like sobered up with no confidence. But if you're a big fella, you look confident. Like, oh, this fool don't give a fuck. Like respect, you know?
Yeah. And if you don't give a fuck, I promise, bro. If you don't care, they don't care. You feel me?
Facts.
Can you do a backflip?
Yeah, fuck out of here,
bro. Look, ignore the skinny guy over here that goes to the gym.
I can't do a backflip.
Sometimes, dog, especially when I was at a different size, girls or people would compare me to Fat Joe. Like, oh my god, you look like Fat Joe. I'm like, is that a diss? Like,
Fat no.
Fat Mo. And then I'm like, okay, cool. He goes, I love Fat Joe.
Yeah, like,
He's my dream shit. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, let me run with this.
Yeah.
Do you get pissed off when people compare you to the new Mexican Fluffy?
Yeah. Yes, but not because of looks. Because my comedy is way different than him.
Completely. He don't even cuss.
Yeah. Fluffy's not gonna go on stage and be like, wasn't that a big ass moreno, huh? Like, you feel me? Like, Fluffy's not doing the shit that I'm doing. Like, I'll compare myself more to Joey Diaz than Fluffy. You feel me?
That's a wild boy.
Yeah, but like people just say Fluffy because I'm fat. You're fat, you're a comic Fluffy. I got a white fat comic friend, and people call him Fluffy. And you know he's not Mexican. His comedy's not like that. It's just because he's fat.
It's a lazy compliment.
It's a lazy. You're fluffy. I'm not fluffy, bitch. Like
sturdy.
It's almost like a diss in a way, you know. Like I hate when somebody. If I get off stage and somebody tells me, I remind them of like Joey Diaz, I'll take that as a compliment. Or Patrice O'Neal, I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
They're fat. Both of them are fat, but their comedy is more similar to mine than Fluffy ever was. You know, just because we're Mexican and fat. Yeah, no, I'm not the next Fluffy. And no disrespect to Fluffy, because Fluffy was one of the first big Latinos to ever go extremely mainstream. So he did let me know it's possible. Nice. I got some free tickets to see him at the United Center when he came with Alfred Robles and Martin. He was doing that tour, that last tour he did, and he came to the United Center. That's where the fucking Bulls play, where Jordan won his championships. And just seeing a Mexican from Long Beach, my size, fill up a fucking arena, you feel me? Like, when I've been to concerts there, I've seen people like The Weeknd fill that arena up, you know, but you think, oh, me, a fat guy, you think that means people are going to pay to see me? And then you see him get off stage and people just go fucking insane. And it's just like, it's possible. Why not me? You feel me? Like, why not? And I just think that's how I lived my life for a long time. It's like, why not us? Like I said, we used to drive up here to the Hollywood Hills and just look at these houses, the cars, the Ferraris, and just be like, why not us? You feel me? Why not? Why can't we? Why does this seem unrealistic? You know, as a Latino growing up, maybe not poverty, but middle class, whatever, you're taught to like kind of like go to work, get your bread, buy a house, and kind of just work.
Keep your head down.
Yeah, fuck that. Like I want to have my driveway up a hill. You feel me? Like I want to live like that. So once you break those barriers in your own mind and you believe in yourself and you see yourself in that position, I picture myself. It's called manifesting, I guess that's the word, right? And I hate all that corny ass manifesting and law of attraction shit.
That shit's real.
But it's
Mercury
real.
and retrograde and shit.
It's real. I don't know about that shit, fool, but
You got you got your car insurance and Powerade and shit.
But that fool's doing a different podcast over there.
Welcome to the Let Out podcast.
On top of that, like speaking of like him, like who are some of like your comedic like inspirations?
I mean, Felipe Esparza, I'd say definitely, because he was one of the first people that like would admit to himself. He'd be one of the people that would ignore him, like that would ignore him. He was one of the first comics to come on stage and admit that he was a drug addict, you know, and he changed his life around. So his inspiration, like to turn dark moments, low moments into high moments, you know. Not all comedy has to be that, but it let me know it's possible. You feel me? Like you don't have to be some uppity, like whatever to make it. You feel me? Like he did it on his own. Same thing. So Felipe Esparza, I really like. I'm a big fan of local comedians like coming up. Like I mean, I'm a big fan of Ralph Barbosa. He's a Texas guy coming up crazy right now.
He was just on Fallon, right?
Yes, we actually postponed. We and him were supposed to do shows in Chicago. We postponed them so he could do Fallon that same week.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and then I had to fly out here, so we're gonna do on March 8th. But yeah, so that was pretty cool, you know. And to see a Mexican young kid, he's the same age as I am, on Fallon. You feel me? I was like, damn, that fool. You got the same eyes you got, the big dark circles and shit. Like,
eyes?
Yeah, he's like, well, you could be on TV too. You could be a fucking, you know, whatever. You don't sleep, whatever. I don't know, bro. It's just like when you see your people like in that position that seems so unreachable, it makes it a little bit more reachable. You feel me? So it's like Ralph Barbosa and then Renee Vaca was one of the first ones who I was a fan of. The first time me and him ever exchanged words, I hit him up as a fan, which I still am a big fan of him. Yeah. And now for me and him to be working together, I mean, it's fucking insane. Touring together at that. So, I mean, I'm Renee Vaca, Ralph Barbosa, you know, Felipe Esparza. And I would say one of the OG comedy legends that I really, really respect would be Cat Williams, like Pimp Chronicles Part 1.
Hilarious.
That was the first time I ever saw somebody go on stage and absolutely murder to a point where people are like standing up, like cheering him on, crying, laughing. And he when he got off stage, he was drenched in sweat. He left it all on stage. And I would like to be that. I want to be that. I aspire to be that. And I don't want to ever leave stage and be like, I should have done that. Like, fuck that. I left it all on there.
Yeah,
you know?
put it all out there.
I was all out there. Yeah, when I went to, yeah, that's what I want to be. And I feel like that's how my shows were on Saturday. Like, I tried my best to put it all out there, man. And then the last one, I would say, wow, there's so many that I really love, you know what I'm saying? But I'd probably have to say at least, like, I mean, Patrice O'Neal, I'm so sad that I found out about him way late.
After?
I went back, and he was just one of those people that didn't budge.
Hilarious.
He would push that line, but it will make it funny, you know. And then when you make it funny, it's even 10 times greater. Him, I mean, an honorable mention, I would be like Bill Burr. He's really like one of those people that just doesn't bullshit. He's literally telling you what you think, what everybody thinks, you feel me? Like the truth. And to make it funny is really, really good. And especially with Bill Burr, is like he's been doing it for so fucking long, and he's been able to show people that you don't have to burn out.
Yeah.
You don't have to fall off.
All his
We're not
specials are
athletes.
bangers. Yeah.
We're not, you know, it's not like we're going to finish our prime. There's no reason. You could be funny your whole life.
Yeah.
And he's an old guy now, and he is still hilarious. Now, you will see people that get older and their mindsets start to change where they're like, oh, these new kids. Once you become that guy, yeah, then you're done. You're cooked because the new generation runs everything.
Yeah.
You know? But if you're able to adapt, and like Bill Burr has adapted, he's an old man and he still kills. There's kids on TikTok that love him.
He's
Like,
hilarious.
that motherfucker telling the truth, yeah. And you can be
Mostly Boston Celtics fans.
yeah. No, they love that. He's
Racist
good.
ass Irish people.
Yeah, but he's fucking fine. He married a black woman. He's Bill Burr's the GOAT.
Touche. Last thing, 60 seconds before the podcast ends. If you guys want to see Ken back on the podcast, leave some comments. He'll come back. Maybe we'll make enough money on Patreon to buy his fucking ticket and all that shit. I'm going to give you the option to answer this question. Give me a subculture that no one knows about that you're really into. Sneakers, hip-hop, comedy, food, whatever.
Furries.
Or you have the option of who is someone famous who has dissed you and you have a grudge against and you can't wait to rub it in their face.
Oh, he had a name.
Nah,
he had a name. He didn't want to say
he's
it.
not famous, so it doesn't really like.
Oh, the fuck him then.
Like matter, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to do the subgenre stuff because it's like, Comedy is my life, bro. Like I eat, breathe, sleep comedy.
No subgenre at all.
I used to be into like sneakers. I fell off because I couldn't afford them anymore. Once I started buying, once you live on your own and all that shit like that, I pay rent. You feel me? You can't spend $300, $400 on shoes.
I'm gonna go hit up Ross.
Yeah, exactly, or whatever. Fuck that, bro. But or like I was really into cars at some point. I was really into materialistic things, And when I lost it all, once I fucking started burning through money, doing drugs, and just fucking around, like I was really in a dark place. I realized that none of that shit matters, Like, it's all in the confidence, bro. You can wear whatever the fuck you want. If you show up and you're just that guy, you feel me? Like you're you. I obviously, I'll wear shit that I like. I'm not gonna go and put on a pair of Reeboks and shit, you feel me? But,
I got on Pumas. I was like, oh shit, do I have all my Reeboks?
He's the exact opposite. This fool wears anything. He'll wear anything his grandma buys him. Last 15 seconds of the podcast. No one ever watches this part. Who has better Coke, LA or Chicago?
It's just like the food, Chicago. You know what? Look, I'm gonna say this.
10 seconds.
All right. Fuck. Chicago, I've had better Coke, but I've also done it way more times than in LA.
You like your shit with flavor or no flavor?
I've tried it with flavor this past year, and it's really good.
Bam.
Thank you for coming. We love you.